Hello, I'm Hector Castillo. I'm the Administrative Assistant of SHS&S organization. This organization is designed to benefit caregivers suffering from burnout. Today, I would like to introduce you to our founder, Ms. Lynnel Townsend, who would like to tell you a little bit about who she is and what made her create the program that helped these individuals. This is going to be part one of two parts, and we thank Townsend for being here today. And so to start us off, as a DSP or professional caregiver, we wanted to ask you, what makes you an authority and what are your credentials?
Well, as far as our actual credentials as a DSP, we are held to a nationally validated code of ethics and a set of core competencies by the National Alliance for Direct Support Professionals, or NADSP. As far as our code of ethics, this is from the Regional Center for Workforce Transformation, which is RCWT. That's our actual credentials. And as far as what we do, we're actually more than caregivers. We actually show a person how to live as independently as possible or integrate within their community, despite what their limitations may be. And when I talk about the various roles we play, we basically are considered as frontline workers for the people that we serve. We take on a lot of roles, and I'm going to name some of these. I have to go through a whole list. We're considered as clinicians, service coordinators, administrators, clerical personnel, activities of daily living specialists, developmental disability specialists, job coaches, and employment specialists, community bridge builders, companions, personal assistants, family support service aides, and so much more. We wear all of these hats while taking care of up to 3 individuals at a time that's in a residential home from a professional caregiving agency with a variety of physical and emotional disabilities. Now, in addition to this training as a DSP, I've also received geriatric or senior care training, and that's to be able to work with elderly individuals. That training included training in privacy laws, dietary and nutrition, Alzheimer's and dementia, medication administration, abuse, neglect, and exploitation.
Wow, that's very interesting. Now, you created a 4-week program to help these individuals, but who's your targeted market and the people that these programs will serve?
Well, I specifically created the program for caregivers that are suffering from burnout, that are taking care of either one or more individuals in a home setting. Many of these do not have a support system. They're working 24/7. Many cannot afford the price or the cost to be able to pay professional caregiving agencies to have additional caregivers to work with them. There's also little money or resources that's available to help these individuals. And all of this leaves them in a desperate situation. And then sadly, according to statistics, an individual that's a caregiver that's working 24/7 without support, it can be life-threatening to their health. So when I consider all of these factors, as a professional caregiver myself, I understand how they feel. This is why I wanted to help this population.
Oh, I understand. Now, in order for people to trust the program, they would like to know, for example, what kind of experience, personal experience you have, and what type of training you have in regard of this.
Well, as a DSP myself personally, I've been trained through various professional caregiving agencies, and as a result, though, too, I've been able to have research and various individuals in the field of the experts that are in the field of caregiving. That's one of the things. Now, with the professional caregiving agencies that I've been trained under, I have to be in compliance with the latest material and information in order for me to be able to maintain my licensing. And some of that consists of, for example, 40 hours, 40 tests altogether, though, too, that we have to be able to complete in order to maintain our licenses. Now, when I talk about hands-on experience, in addition to other DSPs like myself, been trained with those individuals through these various agencies, what's interesting is I've been able to witness burnout from 3 different groups of individuals. Not only burnout from the client that needs care in a home setting or in a residential setting, I've been able to see burnout from caregivers as they're taking care of their own loved ones in a home setting, but also burnout for caregivers that are working for agencies. And then sadly, even the administrative staff, I've seen that. And especially more so since the pandemic, I'm seeing a lot more of that. So when I think about all this, this is what helped me to want to make sure that my tools, my resource, and everything that I was gonna do was gonna try to help individuals to be able to stop caregiving burnout from happening in the first place.
And so what is the factors that caused you to create this 4-week program?
You know, initially, I began to notice, I had a lot of friends and family members that came to me wanting my help in a desperate situation, but unfortunately I was not able to help them. And sadly, some of those have passed. So when I looked at their situation, I watched the physical and emotional toll it took on their lives. I also got to appreciate how invaluable the services were that we had as DSPs. So when I looked at and took those factors into consideration, and I started noticing there were so many other families out there in a desperate situation needing help, I kept thinking, well, how can we help them? What can I do to help other families? That's when I stopped and thought about how nice it would be to be able to have a program that was online, that was easily accessible, that could be done in a limited amount of time. So I created the program within just 4 weeks because these individuals had nowhere to turn. And something else I began to notice, and that's the fact that when you help the traditional way of helping caregivers, you're going to help the person that's needing care. Rarely do people think about the caregiver. But unless you help them simultaneously together as a unit, then that caregiver can burn out. And once they do, you're going to have 2 individuals that are needing care. The person needing care as well as the caregiver.
And that's very interesting because, like you said, nobody will think about the person that is giving care
Exactly.
to need
Absolutely.
help. So what are some of the issues that these caregivers face, and what is your solution for it?
Oh, the issues could go on and on. It's so many. But I'm going to just think about 3 in particular. 3 of the major issues that I can appreciate. One of the greatest issues is funding. The price is outrageous if a person wants to be able to get help from professional caregiving agencies. According to the United States, the median cost of caregiving within the last year was anywhere from $24 to $27 an hour, depending on where you're from. That's just to get our help with the agency. And so with it, there's also, that's one problem there, is the cost. Another is there are very limited resources, as I mentioned before, and programs available to help these other individuals. And sadly, the third issue that I see, even if there are programs available, they are so bogged down with day-to-day caregiving needs, they don't even have the time to investigate what can help them and the person they serve. When I look at their situation, it reminds me of an individual that's starving to death. You may offer them food, but they may be too weak to even eat the food. So this is what's going on with these caregivers. That's the 3 major factors I see. So when I took these factors into consideration, that's why I did the programming the way I did, to make it easily accessible within 4 weeks. Wanted to make it affordable also for them with the skills and tools we use. But I want to say something though too. As you look at our pricing for the course, even if a person may think, well, you know, that's high, then they think that, I want you to consider the factor to get help through professional caregiving agencies would cost over $5,000 a month. Our program is a one-time cost. You can do it within 4 weeks. And our one-time cost is less than a fourth of what it would cost you to get care through these particular agencies.
Wow, wow. So if somebody buy your product, what would they actually get with that training that you offer?
Well, one of the things that, again, our program is a 4-week training course, and it's going to have skills and tools and resources to help that individual, to help them prevent caregiver burnout. But as far as our format is concerned, our format, it's downloadable material. It's in a PDF form, and it's accompanied with videos that you can use or two, and for the person's convenience at the time that they need. But something we're working on that I think is going to benefit individuals, I want to first of all say though too, everything you need is going to be within that 4-week course. But we're working on a subscription program. And with our subscription, what that will be able to do is going to provide further assistance, maybe additional videos and additional resources. And we'll be able to have a team available to answer questions or support that person if they want more support. And again, as I said though too, I want to reiterate the fact that all our material that you'll receive within the 4-week training course, it's going to be something that's going to help to support that individual throughout the entire duration of the help.
Excellent, excellent. And so you also, with this program, you also have an affiliate program where either anybody or a company could take advantage, right?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
get some money. So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely. With our affiliate program, when you go to our website, you're going to look at the bottom of the website. You're going to notice there a link that's going to mention Become Our Affiliate. With that, on the bottom of our homepage, it'll tell you, as you click on, to tell you about the program where you can get $100 for anyone you send our way that happen to purchase our program. Now, this is for an individual or for an organization. And also for the organization, they'll benefit. You're going to see a lot of unique ways where your particular organization, it can help to direct other individuals to you to generate additional clientele. But overall, what you'll appreciate is that as you direct individual to our organization, of course, you're going to be able to support our efforts in ending caregiver burnout with our new approach to caregiving. But this is something you can benefit from. But there's one thing I want to say with our program to make this point clear. Even though we're offering a solution, we're not saying that our program is the solution, it's a solution. We recognize that our program will not be one size fits all, but even if we're able to help 5 families out of 10, that's 5 lives and 5 families we've been able to support.
Well, we thank you so much, Ms. Townsend, for being here and explain about your organization, SHS&S organization, and how that is going to help the people, right, that need that help. So this is only the first of 2 parts in this interview. The second part has to do about navigating through the website. And remember, for further information, go to ncaregiverburnout.com.